Good evening. The following program is uncensored. It contains strong language and adult content not suitable for children under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yay.
Yay.
Sorry, no text.
Okay. Alongside Sean Walraven, I'm Jay Jones, and welcome to Jay Jones Live Fridays, episode 38. We're in the undisclosed location.
Again.
Yep. Bitches. That's all I have to say about that. Don't you wish you had this Jack in the Crack? No, you don't. So, let's talk about some of the things that have been going on this week on the internet. Let's see what stories we have going on. A plane kind of sort of crashed in at LaGuardia. Yeah. LaGuardia in New York. So
You weren't covering this way yesterday. Sorry, I'm here, man. Yeah.
then check out some of the other news going on. A lot of things have gone on back in Missouri, in the town of Ferguson, where Officer Darren Wilson fatally shot Michael Brown. Federal case was found to charge some of the officers in Ferguson, Missouri with, I think it was racial something. Anyway, let's also check on the trends on Facebook because, yeah, we do that nowadays. Time for a quick clip. So, let's take a look. Justice Department bring criminal corruption charges against a New Jersey senator. Blizzard reveals 2 new characters that are coming to the upcoming game Overwatch. In Raymore, Missouri, Homeowners Association reverses veto on child's Make-A-Wish Playhouse requests. In Kips Bay, Manhattan, parents are upset after an elementary school stops giving homework and tells kids to play. PS 116 stopped assigning math worksheets and essays as homework, angering many parents. The uTorrent file sharing software installs malware that's security used to mine Bitcoin, some users say. Bill DeMott from WWE, the head trainer at WWE, resigns after allegations of bullying and negligence from wrestlers. Tom Felton, the actor who played Draco Malfoy in Harry Potter, comments on Kim Kardashian's blonde hair. What the fuck? Whether she straight jacked the Harry Potter star Tom Felder's color or Kanye decided a lighter look would help her resemble Beyonce, the internet is full of opinions about Kim Kardashian's new hairdo. Good Lord. In Honduras, archaeologists find 2 lost cities, possibly untouched for 600 years deep inside the jungle. The archaeological team says they have set foot on a place untouched by humans for at least 600 years, and a site that may be the lost city of the monkey god. Supergirl costume reveal. First photos of Melissa Benoist as CBS superhero. Supergirl has finally arrived. The first photos of Melissa Benoist as Supergirl were released today, just as production begins on the CBS pilot. And Brian Konietzko, the Legend of Korra co-creators, is said to sell the series artwork for the LGBTQ suicide prevention. So that's some of the headlines that people are looking at on Facebook. All right. The top 5 trends on Twitter are hashtag Harrison Ford, hashtag Selma50, Nimrod, Albert Maisels, and Blackout Day. Hashtag Blackout Day. Let's look at that one. Looks like it's just a bunch of black girls. It's a trending feed of black girls and a few black guys. Mainly black girls. Okay. I guess it's to show that there's awareness that black girls are perfect. Okay, whatever. Tomorrow marks the 50th anniversary of the Selma marches, one of the bloodiest days in the civil rights movement. Selma was, of course, one of the more important movements that allowed a person like me to not get prosecuted for having a live broadcast on the internet today. Well, I probably would get prosecuted by the court of opinion, but not by law or something like that. A black man should not broadcast on YouTube. Oops. They let one through. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful cold night tonight. And here in Texas, we've seen every aspect of weather. We've seen temperatures go up to 80 degrees. We've seen snow flurries in Dallas. There's ice literally all over the country, especially in Dallas, close to Austin. Crazy shit. So the weather has been really wild this week. We'll check CNET to see what's going on there. Really? The Walkman is great, but costs more than a laptop. Holy Jesus. Okay, I want y'all to take a look at this. Let me see.
Were you talking?
Yeah, I was, but I was sharing on social media, and then I was about to talk about this Sony Walkman. Holy Jesus, it's $1,200 for this.
Does it play tape?
No.
It's not a Walkman.
Well, Sony calls it a Walkman.
Oh, that's because Sony's crazy. I think it may fix my problem by simply copying the thing it was making and to where it needed to go, and somehow that fixed it.
Seriously?
Yes, because things happen.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. And it works and animates and all. It's just done. Just need to see if I need to battle test it, see if it can go on there. So that's why I'm not sitting down. People, you see my belly.
Good Lord. Anyway.
Anybody on mobile?
No.
No. Is anybody viewing you right now?
No.
Damn
So yeah, this is the Sony Walkman NWZX2. This is the Walkman. It now has Android on it. Good thing is, good God, that's bulky. It is 128 gigs. Diagonally 4 inches. Can go up to 60 hours. That's great. On audio. Yeah, no. It was 36 years ago that the Sony Walkman brand appeared and subsequently ruled most of the 80s and early 90s, helping popularize the cassette tape along the way. The subsequent Discman was able to make some of the momentum into the CD era. But by the 2000s, Sony had stumbled badly. And its proprietary formats like minidisc and 8-track were relegated to niche status, crushed by the MP3 juggernaut that was Apple's iPod. The thing is ridiculous. Like no one should ever ever get this. So let's take a look at some of the other stories that are on CNET right now. Let's see. There's also an event on next week that will be talking about the Apple Watch. Probably. Volkswagen introduced a lower cost limited e-golf. Take a look at the CNET 100 for February. It's basically an algorithm that looks at the top 100 trending topics in each month.
What algorithm on the Galaxy there?
Yes, 5 is a very highly reviewed and talked about product.
Doesn't answer why you're talking about algorithms, but okay.
No, the CNET 100 is an algorithm that looks at its top picks and things throughout that month.
You're an algorithm.
So you might want to chime in on this story.
Why your mom age?
Okay.
My God, 18.
Probably. Bill DeMott, a former WWE wrestler and current head trainer of the company's developmental system, NXT, has announced that he will step down from his post amid new allegations of bullying and negligence from wrestlers who worked with him. On Twitter, DeMott said, "I deny the recent allegations made about me. However, to avoid any embarrassment or damage to the WWE, I've decided to step down from my role effective immediately." On March 2nd, Von Johnson of Philly.com wrote that a former WWE developmental talent named Austin Madelson stated on a radio interview that DeMott constantly used his position to belittle people with offensive language. Quote, former WWE development talent Austin Madelson, who worked, rude. Johnson also provided an email that Madelson reportedly had sent to 3 WWE executives in March 2013. In that email, Madelson voiced a number of serious concerns, end quote, about the way DeMott carried himself and acted during his time with the company. Mike Johnson of PWInsider.com got an official response from WWE regarding the allegations against DeMott on Tuesday, saying that the company took the allegations seriously, quote, conducted a full investigation and was unable to validate the claims. Regardless, WWE continues to reinforce the policies and procedures to ensure a positive training environment. DeMott made the decision to resign from the company 2 days after that statement was released. He's been working in the business since 1995 when he debuted in WCW. The 48-year-old moved to WWE in 2001 after WCW was bought by Vince McMahon and remained there until 2007.
Where do you go after that?
After a 4-year hiatus, DeMott returned in 2011 to work for the revived WWE Tough Enough series, as we had been working with the developmental talent since 2012 before resigning.
Listen to you kids, don't fuck around with people. Maybe lose your job.
Yeah.
Also, Kevin's here. And he said, of course, when I tuned in, we're talking wrestling.
Well,
Yeah. The bullying thing, I could see that. Like the whole backstage area is all, it's all different from what you see on camera. It's all hazing and whatnot. Yeah. New people always get hazed. The Miz got hazed when he first started because he was a reality show star. And
well, that was his problem. He was on reality TV.
yeah, not a real, as they would say, quote unquote, a real wrestler. So he got hazed all the time until he started earning his stripes. So the hazing's always there. Is that somebody called him on it, and then and didn't go to McMahon, went to somebody else. That's why he heard about it. I'll be right back.
So we'll return in a moment. So, Kevin, you have any soccer news for me? Because I know there's always something going on in the world of football. He is typing. We will let him type. This part of Angel's Life Rise is presented by Jack in a Box. Jack in a Box. So since Christmas, Liverpool has gained 29 points since the start of the year. Everton has 28 points. For what? What was this for? Three points for a win, 1 point for a draw. What are these points accumulating towards? I was hearing a little bit about that on Football Focus on BBC World News. Well, I did hear about a soccer player that spit in somebody's face during a match. I forgot who it was. Also, a few Chelsea fans in Paris stopped a black guy from boarding a train. Oh my God, really? That's just racist. Oh, we are still on camera, on screen. Y'all might want to see me. There we go. We're racist, and that's how we like it. At least they admit it. A judge in Alabama declared that, or reversed the ruling for same-sex marriage. I watched the interview. I thought he was stupid. Oh my God, really? Back to Kevin's story real quick. Apparently, he heard that one of them, he isn't sure if it was the one if he chanted, but said it was an official a human rights organization. That's funny. and wrong at the same time. More wrong than fun. Okay, gonna find me a video. I mean, some people think that racism is bad. It is not. It's sad. Let's all watch together, shall we?
You already up there? Damn.
No, I was adding a video.
Josh.
We're waiting for this to play. It usually, I've never really done this, so we'll see if it'll work.
All right.
Apparently, Kevin found a video of people in England making sure that a black person did not get on a train because he was black, and they were like, "We're racist. That's how we like it."
They are racist. Everybody who is a white English.
That's true. As we come back here live, I was trying to pull up the video, but it didn't work. That's a shame. I'll just pull it up on Safari and we'll watch it from there.
You're so funny.
Your mom's Safari.
Yeah.
Of course, it is definitely having a tough time loading right now.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea fans say there's only one name of a black player. West Ham fans say, will you let him on the bus?
There's like one black player.
Only one name of black player.
Yeah, I forgot the name. Fair enough. Well, we made progress.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. We still can't do motion, but we still can do movies, but that way we do motion, we can't do movies.
That's a shame.
Yeah. I thought I had a macro to do the animation on and off, having to put something, but apparently I didn't. Oh, maybe it's that one. I thought it was a Linux and then whatever. We'll figure it out later.
Something like that. Anyway. Let's talk WWE, since we went on and off that subject for a moment.
Because that's what Kevin wants to hear.
I know.
I'm looking out for you, Kevin. So many things.
What?
Nothing. I am apparently stupid and when I lose all my data. Because I keep leaving my apps open. I'm forgetting about it. It's cool. I just started.
So WrestleMania, as y'all know, March 29th on the WWE Network and pay-per-view. Let's go through these matches real quick. I'm sure there's going to be more.
Yeah, they say like a month.
Oh.
It's the biggest showcase ever. That's like, I can't see the screen.
Oh. Yeah.
You had to get the big one.
Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship
Of the world.
of the world.
It's gonna be Roman.
Gonna be Roman?
And then he's gonna lose it because he does steroids. So don't expect him to have a long championship reign.
No?
No.
You think Daniel Bryan will challenge him?
Seth Rollins will probably cash it in the next day or something.
That's probably what's going to happen.
That way they can get rid of him, suspend him, and still have the WrestleMania moment where they're don't do drugs, kids.
Drugs is bad, okay? Sting versus Triple H.
They both should. Like I love Sting. They both should really retire.
Think so?
Yeah.
The second annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Also, like I told you, man, cough and finish your words. Don't try to cough through the words. People don't hear you.
Try this again. The second annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Curtis Axel. Yeah. Axelmania.
Hashtag Axelmania. He's running wild.
He's gonna win.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet Jay's future children on it.
The Intercontinental Championship ladder match. Wade Barrett, R-Truth, Dean Ambrose, Luke Harper, Dolph Ziggler, and one person yet to be named.
It's gonna be like Money in the Bank, but with actual championship.
Yeah.
Like they used to do at WrestleMania.
One of those things.
Chris Benoit almost won it the first time. That would have been awkward. He would have won it, and then he killed all of his family, and then they had to erase him from history. And then every time they mentioned Money in the Bank, they couldn't say who the first winner was. Or show any of the highlights from that amazing match. Well, they do now. They just choose careful highlights that don't have Chris Benoit in the background. But couldn't show the finish of that because Chris Benoit was grabbing his up.
Yeah, man.
As Jay's slowly going through all the WrestleMania logos for reasons.
Because I feel like it. Anyway. Do you think that The Undertaker will take on Bray Wyatt?
God, I hope so.
Remember that WrestleMania is in 22 days and 21 hours. Because there's a countdown clock for it.
Thank you.
We'll probably have like our own reaction show during J. Live Fridays the following week. But yeah,
Will you still be on air with it? Because that's gonna be like in April.
yeah, I'll go through April. Probably stop on the last weekend of April.
And maybe the last week, the last weekend of March. Never mind. That was gonna be like, well, I was thinking the first week of March. They really shouldn't be joking about firings at the WWE.
The what?
They really shouldn't be joking about firings at the WWE.
Why?
A year ago, they like fired 20 people.
Oh yeah.
That was the superstars. You know, telling who all else they fired. Things were somewhat. Woo.
Ferguson, blah blah. Ferguson's police chief is ducking questions about his department and his future there while in the wake of a scathing federal report. And I will wait till this ad fucking, I hate ads.
The ironic ad that has a white family.
How are you going to fix it? What are you going to do about it?
I need to have time to really analyze this report so I can comment on it.
Why do you need time to analyze the report? You know what you should have known what was going on in your department, correct? Right?
They're one of those.
He should have known, and he did know. This is his email, unearthed by the Department of Justice during its investigation. In the 2013 email, the DOJ highlighted the chief boasting that court revenue passed the $2 million mark for the first time in history. The city manager responds, "Awesome, thanks." Apparently not awesome enough, because in another email, the city manager tells a colleague he asked the chief if he thought the PD could deliver a 10% increase, adding, he indicated they could try. The intense effort to get money through traffic tickets and court fines. And statistics show African Americans bore the brunt of that. What do you think of the DOJ's report?
I'm still analyzing it.
We're still looking at it, but don't you think you should have known some of the things that came out, the racist emails, the numbers? Were you just trying to bilk people out of money instead of protecting them? Telling your department to just go ticket them?
Okay, thank you. And I will be in touch, get a hold of Jeff.
I've talked to everyone. I've given you literally every opportunity. We've been talking for days and days and days. All we want is an answer from you. What do you think of this DOJ report, and what are you going to do about it? Just any idea what it is you're going to do yourself about this as the chief of the department.
I'm going to analyze the report and take action where necessary. Okay.
Does that mean you're
Yes.
going to stay around?
I'm going to take action where necessary. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Are you planning on resigning?
I will let you know.
Are you thinking about it?
I've told you that.
Yeah.
In small business, you have to
Yeah.
work hard.
There was a Department of Justice came back with a lot of bullshit. I want to hear what this stupid ass mayor is thinking. Because I really hate the mayor, Ferguson.
He's an idiot.
You remember that,
We
that
finally
thing
earned
that
enough travel
John,
reward miles to visit Cleveland.
that story that John Oliver talked about?
Travel rewards card that lets you travel how you want. Switch to the vendor card and earn unlimited
I
double
hated him
miles
when
on
I
every
heard about
purchase
that.
every day.
I told you he's an idiot.
The 100-page document outlined 5 specific areas of concern in which the Ferguson Police Department engaged in a pattern or practice of unlawful conduct that violates the United States Constitution and federal law. The Department of Justice began their investigation of the Ferguson Police Department on September 4th, 2014. During the past 6 months, city officials have cooperated with the Department of Justice to supply tens of thousands of documents, which included thousands of emails from 75 employees of the city of Ferguson and other electronic materials from the Ferguson Police Department. The city also arranged ride-alongs for Department of Justice investigators to observe Ferguson police officers while on duty. During the meeting on Tuesday, Department of Justice officials informed the city of Ferguson that a review of city emails uncovered explicit racial bias by 3 individuals who are employed by the city of Ferguson Police Department. Let me be clear. This type of behavior will not be tolerated in the Ferguson Police Department or in any department of the city of Ferguson. Immediately upon leaving that meeting, the 3 individuals were placed on administrative leave pending an investigation. One
Why
has
put
since
him
been
on an
terminated,
investigation?
and the other 2 are still awaiting the outcome of an internal investigation. These actions taken by these individuals are in no way representative of the employees of the city of Ferguson. But today's report allows the city of Ferguson to identify the problems not only in our police department, but in the entire St. Louis region. We must do better, not only as a city, but as a state and a country. We must all work to address issues of racial disparity in all aspects of society.
Yeah, considering that this guy fucking sits on CNN not few days after the first set of riots and protests happened, sits up there, it's like, oh well, our city is very well known for not being like having any racial tension whatsoever. You're clearly not paying attention to your city.
I clearly just wanted to be mayor and then realize what that entails when your city goes to shambles.
I think John Oliver said it best because he's like, yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I noticed when that pick up all your paper walls up there.
Shut up.
From last night.
Anyway, John Oliver said it best when he's like,
Might say, oh no, she's such an angel. Yeah, essentially, they're blind. They're blind because they want to be blind.
yeah, they're blinded by their own, by the fact that their own son would never commit something like this. You know, and I'm gonna sit here with my own opinion about this. Like, looking at all the stuff that's happened since Ferguson, since we knew about, you know, Darren Wilson shooting Michael Brown, quite honestly, he should not be that guy that we should look up to and say, this guy died because an officer was racist. Now, the city, according to the DOJ report, found that there were people, there were officers that were, you know, committing bullshit acts on the emphasis of race. But the incident with Michael Brown, I honestly don't believe was one of them. You know, I don't believe that. And some people are probably going to be really pissed if I say that. However, I looked at everything that happened. Mm-hmm. The case itself was murky. Like, the entire thing was murky. Right. There was no, like, and this is a PR nightmare. The entire thing was a PR nightmare because the person that's in charge of talking to the public should have straight up went minute by minute and said, here's how it all happened. This is what we know. Release the what you can to the public and say, this is what we can tell you right now. This is what we have. And they mucked up all that stuff.
Well, to be fair, there is a thing called a blue wall, which means police officers look out for police officers. So they probably weren't being told the truth up until they started pulling people in and saying, hey, tell us what happened or what you heard or what you saw or how he was when he got back from that call. Or we're going to start by cutting your pensions and shit. And this whole thing, like, the police have been bothering black people since the 60s. It hasn't stopped ever.
Ever.
Like, it was horrible in 1990 in LA. It's horrible 2 years ago in New York when you could get stopped and frisked for just whatever reason. It's horrible for the Hispanics and Latinos in Arizona for the last 5 years who get carded all the time to make sure they're citizens. Like, it's just basically the cop was doing what that he thought was his job, even though, yeah, may have been, yeah, racial profiling and just generally being dicks to other races. Or, well, even if the color of the officer was if he was Hispanic or even if he was black, it would still been the same thing, because in the police force, the number one thing they teach you is to disarm, not kill. He should have shot him in the leg and the arm, and if he still kept coming, then he could shoot him, put him down, and like, hey, shot in the leg, he still was coming after me with a knife or whatever, or what I thought it was a gun, then I had to put him down. Fine. What he didn't do that, and so he made a shitty mistake. Michael Brown made a shitty mistake, and so they both had to live. Their families have to live. Michael Brown's family has to live with his shitty mistake, and that officer has to live with his shitty mistake. And that's basically what this is. It's basically boils down to two people making two horrible decisions that caused all this.
And quite frankly, with that being said, I understand, let's be fair. Are there racist cops? Sure are. Are there cops that have been, what's the thing? Like, swallowed by their own power, like, what is it, power hungry?
Yeah, drunk with power.
There we go, drunk with power. If they're cops, they're drunk with power because they know what they can do. Though they know what their responsibilities are, and they can probably mess it up one way or the other.
And it's easy to mess with people who can't go to other police because they're doing illicit things like selling drugs.
Yeah.
Or selling drugs or running some kind of crime ring, prostitution, drug, betting, gambling, whatever. Some kind of ring where they can't go to another cop like, hey, this cop's harassing me because I'm selling weed out of the back of my car. And they're like, why are you selling weed out of the back of your car? Blah, blah, blah. Audio out.
Audio cut out? Shouldn't have. Blah, 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 blah. It's working fine.
Well, maybe I'm just mumbling too much. My bad. I mumble.
Blah, 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 blah.
Anywho. But yeah. Like, it's easy to mess with people who do illegal stuff because, especially to bully them when you're a police officer, because what are they gonna do? They can't go to another police officer because then they'll have to give up what they're doing. And yeah, so on and so forth. It's like being, hate to use this, but it's like being raped by a police officer and having to tell that police officer you've been raped. It's essentially the same thing. It's like, you know that police officer's not gonna do anything because it's him. Like, he committed the crime, he's not gonna arrest himself. And then he has all of his buddies who are not gonna believe you. So you're kind of fucked.
Yeah. And that's where YouTube, it should be.
He can, just not on mobile.
Oh, okay. Well, I fixed it on Mumble. But here's my thing. Like, and like I was saying, like, they're corrupt cops. Yes, they're corrupt cops. And quite frankly, karma's gonna bite them in the ass later when shit hits the fan. My thing is, for those that are protesting, I think we started protesting the wrong situation.
Sure.
For example, what's his name? Eric Garner?
Yeah.
I would have protested that immediately. Sure, he was selling, cigarettes. Oh dear. Like, give him a ticket and move along. But when you literally get him in a chokehold, this is cutting air. This is cutting air from the rest of your body. So if you can't breathe, it's gonna be hard.
Well, the chokehold is supposed to make them stop breathing, but here's the thing: it knocks you out after like 2 or 3 minutes. I think it knocks you out, And a minute after that's when it starts killing the officer after he was knocked out. Shit stopped. So that's where the problem is.
Yeah.
Like,
Shrug.
it's not fixed on Mumble, shrug. You failed at Mumbles. You failed at Mumbling.
Hold on.
Can you hear that air? Can you hear the vacuum?
Because I can. Yeah, so my thing about it is quite simply, we need to understand that yes, there is still racism rampant all across the country. It's 2015 and it still happens. But we need to understand who are the real, you know, who we actually really need to represent. Because honestly, I don't think Michael Brown was one of those that we needed to represent at all. Like, and let me put this out on there. This is not me agreeing with some BS anchor on the news program. This is me looking through multiple news sources. Like, you know, I've checked through Fox, CNN, MSNBC, BBC, the Associated Press, Reuters. Hell, looked at the police department itself. So, I looked through multiple forms of evidence, and quite frankly, one, the case was mucked up, and two, if what is said is true about Michael Brown going after the officer's gun, first of all, that is a fatal mistake.
Yeah.
You don't ever go after an officer's gun. I don't care how corrupt he is. He is still an officer of the law, and you go for his gun, you're fucked. Period. So.
Like in the vagina.
Yeah. But I think that point needed to be expressed because it raises some happens. It's a sad and unfortunate side effect of our country. Of any country. But we need to stand up for the right people at the right time. But yeah, that's that thing. Let's see what else is happening.
Makes you think. But they really would have done anything to Selma if the Selma movie didn't come out.
What do you mean?
Our stories, CNN stories. Makes you think. If that movie didn't come out and didn't win a bunch of Oscars, or he's got a bunch of Oscar nominations, or if it came out and it was a shitty movie, would people be doing the 50th anniversary tour? Makes you think.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I would think so.
There would be some kind of celebration, but would it be plastered across CNN's website like that?
Like, would it be on the big thing on the United States section of CNN?
Yes. It makes you think.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Because you wouldn't know unless you went back in time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's a good question.
Thought-provoking question.
I don't know.
To the viewers, your thoughts. If the Selma movie did not come out this year, local news here, we covered it in Texas, but would it be as big, would the Selma anniversary, 50th anniversary on Saturday would be as noticeable?
And what he means is this.
And would there be a giant banner plastered on CNN's US site like that?
But yeah, I want to know, Kevin, what do you think? And for those of you who are watching,
Because we did do 45, 40, or 30.
for those of you watching on YouTube who will probably see this later, look at this page and tell me what you think. Do you think, had the movie Selma not come out, would you see this on the front page of CNN? Well, not even the front page, it's on the US page.
Well, it's still on the CNN.com.
Yeah. Would you see this specific thing?
Would it be,
Fair enough.
what do you say?
You didn't see the movie.
Fair enough. And you didn't have to see the movie. It's just like, because it got so much talk, people are talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, if it came out next year on the 51st anniversary, so the one, because nobody celebrates 51st anniversaries as much as they celebrate 50s.
Yeah.
Would people still celebrate it as much as they're going to celebrate this one?
Yeah.
Because I remember, well, yeah, to be honest, I know a lot about history, and I may have just forgotten about Selma, but I forgot it existed until the movie came out. So that means we didn't do anything for the 45th anniversary 5 years ago, the 40th 10 years ago. I've been working in business for 12 years, so I would have saw something. And I don't ever remember any of those stories. So if the movie didn't come out, we had done anything.
He didn't even know the anniversary was coming up.
That's Saturday. I didn't know it was
I didn't either, honestly.
till today.
Quite honestly, we did not know until like 3-4 hours ago.
I was wondering why we were going to talk about that today, and then there you go. It was apparently the date was 3/7.
But yeah. Let's come back here.
So there you go.
T-Mobile announces the next. Really. Let's see if I can do this. Damn it!
No other face.
I hate you. You know what?
Now you're doggy ground.
Arr, woof.
Yeah. Oh, I can't do it. Yeah.
You're having fun with this, aren't you?
Always. Now you're a great educated cat.
Meow.
You can stop it. All you have to do is pick it up.
You proud of yourself?
Yes.
That's what happens when I leave the effects on.
You shouldn't leave the effects on.
Clearly.
Does that show up on YouTube?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh God, that is not what I wanted. It was supposed to go down to the bottom of the screen, but apparently it did not. It's good censor though.
Yep. Like this happened. It ain't really no fun.
Sean had fun with Google
Really?
Effects.
That pork sucks. Yeah, it sucks aerodynamically. Can't get fun. See? They didn't go across the river, it just went up and floated down like it was made out of paper.
We enter our second hour of J Jones Live Fridays here inside the undisclosed location. That's Sean Walraven. I'm Jay Jones. You're not.
He's Durban today. Sensitive to people mentally challenged.
I'm sorry for those who are mentally challenged.
I am not Sean Walker.
Who are you?
Felix.
Felix? Mm-hmm. Alongside Felix, I'm Jay Jones. This is the second hour of J Jones Live Fridays. Yes. Today is definitely a Friday. What are you doing?
Custom overlay.
No. Then we'll censor ourselves again.
Yeah.
You don't want to see what our
Oh,
mouths
I
are
think you
doing.
just turned on the lower third one.
That
Because I'm a genius.
No, I forgot that. Well, I know that, but I mean, it's just like maybe I can do this without like going crazy.
Oh, you just put the damn website. You don't have to put the HTTP.
Well, I don't know. There we go.
Bye.
Well,
Think
Boink,
people are
boink.
idiots. Damn.
I don't think my viewers are idiots.
Viewers ain't really old either.
I know that.
Are we purple now?
Hmm?
Are we purple?
We are purple now. We're under purple alert. We're not under purple alert. I'm sorry.
We are. We're nervous. Almost worked.
Why did I have a feeling that was almost coming? Anyway, kill you.
Should have hit me. Hit me.
You didn't hit me, so I did. So I
I almost pushed the nipple off.
Why would you want to do that?
Because it was open and it's purple nervous.
Do I need to change the color?
No. I'm trying to get you to fight me.
Why are you trying to get me to fight you?
So you can fight people.
Why do I want to fight people?
Because you can. Because you can defend yourself. If I give you titty twisters. Hey. Hey, there you go. Feel better.
Okay. You feel better now?
Yes. Do you feel better?
Yes.
Because I could have twisted your nipples and you hit me and made me stop?
Yes.
There you go. That's what I was trying to get you to do. To deter violence, sometimes you must use violence.
Yes. I will also have to say here live on the show, I have to apologize a little bit. I inadvertently made fun of
Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly. Earlier I said fuck Buddy Holly, and I didn't mean to do that.
And I kicked him out of the control room like a dog.
Said, get out! And then he started kicking me
I
out.
told him to get out. He refused to move, so I started kicking him in the shins and herding him out like a cow. Then I pushed him out on his chair, and then I locked the door and told him he had to wait out there until I let him back in.
I hurt Sean's feelings, and I apologize.
You hurt Texas's feelings. That's Texas.
I also apparently hurt Texas's feelings.
He has his own museum in Lubbock. He is a Texas hero.
I'm sorry, Texas. Oh. I apologize to Texas.
What does this do?
What? Nothing.
He got that. He did say something about the con, so you might want to actually read what Gibbons written.
What?
In a few weeks, I will be invading the con.
Oh my God. Who's that person?
Well, he didn't know either. I don't expect people to know.
Hmm.
But I expected Jay not to be like, make it like, fuck that person's life in particular, even though I do not know anything about that person. So I educated him on who that person was.
Which I'm pretty sure he probably was about to stop me for some reason.
Hmm?
I thought you were going to stop me and be like, hey, bitch.
Nah.
Anyway, Buddy Holly was
A musician from the 1950s who's from Lubbock, Texas, and one of the first people who played a different music genre other than old-timey country in Texas. So if I had to write a dissertation, it'd be about how Buddy Holly basically made Texas music.
you can make like 20 pages out of that.
Basically. Jay is rude and inconsiderate. to people.
Yeah.
And he died in a plane crash in 1959. What
At
made it
22
worse
years
is
old.
last night we ran a story about it on the news. And that was the reason why I mentioned it, because I saw the graphic we used. And that's what, even though Jay was there and I was not, Jay still said, fuck that guy. Fuck Buddy Holly. He died in a plane crash. For your sins, Jay.
He was the Jesus of music.
Oh, I know that part.
So I did that, and I'm a sad person.
You should do it to Richie Valens.
Who that?
He's the other guy who died in that plane crash.
Hmm.
And he's the first Mexican music star who didn't play. Well, he's the first mainstream Spanish singing star.
If I died in 1959, how the hell am I still alive today?
Ghost.
I am a thick ghost.
The La Bamba song, that's originally sung by Richie Valens. And that's why that was the first mainstream song that was in Spanish.
Hmm.
So you would have been disregarding a person and a culture. Not just white people.
Not just white people. White people keep doing it. Right.
Oh, I thought you meant Plane Crash 1959. I was thinking the show just got dark.
Yes, I died in a plane crash in 1959. Now I revived myself in 1987.
Oh, fuck you, Facebook.
Yeah, fuck you, Facebook.
I opened up my phone to see what my Facebook notification was, and it just crashed. Yeah. Facebook crashed. You're a time lord.
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey. Oh, here's another one that I saw on the Facebooks. Let me pull it up.
Pay attention to your girlfriend.
Rawr!
She loves you.
Yes, I know.
I'm ignoring you. That's how it's going.
Whatever.
Even though all you do is love me.
Oh, hush. Where is that one? Where is it? Blackout Day celebrates Black history and beauty. I'm sorry, y'all, but y'all are 6 days behind.
Oh, I'm a fucking moron. That's what that was.
What did you think it was?
Apparently today's Blackout Day, so I wore black. Well, I didn't really think about it. Shannon mentioned it, and I thought she was talking about the black outside at KCN. That makes a lot more sense now. Hey, they should have blackouts yesterday, and then today be blackout for Black History Month.
Even though, yeah, that's kind of confusing though.
Go for it. Hey, I made it work.
So apparently, Blackout Day celebrates, what is it?
The beauty of Black people and their history.
I'm beautiful. Anyway,
And if you embrace your blackness, you would be.
If I embrace my blackness, you wouldn't understand what I'm saying.
No, you would be surprised. You don't have to speak Ebonics.
Good, because I didn't want
You
to.
do have to consider yourself a Black person.
And there was a story. Oh, here it is. So apparently, Kim Kardashian donned a blonde hair, and good God Almighty, what the fuck is this?
She stole Draco's hairstyle.
What? Yeah.
They photoshopped her onto Draco's head because her hair looks like Draco's hair.
What in the living? Good God.
Go VH1 for taking the time to do that.
So before the break, I shared with you a great blind item. Let me remind you what that was. It's really a shocking one, so you want to pay attention to this. Which reality star just stepped out with a brand new hairdo? She actually has bleached blonde hair. Wait, I'm going to go to the only blonde at the table.
Maria.
Bleached blonde.
What color are you really? Are you a natural blonde?
It's like a mousy kind of blonde.
Ooh,
So it's highlighted. Well, I actually know this one because I mean, the minute you go on Instagram, it's Kim Kardashian.
It is Kim Kardashian.
She's like Instagram.
There you go. Now is that a wig or is that
Okay, so this is the
Good
conversation we've
God.
been having for the last 24 hours. It looks
I
like
like
it's coming out of her
Kanye
head, but
got his
it's
blonde
so
bitch.
perfect against her hairline. But maybe it could be a really great lace front.
look
I
up
think
your
that's
message.
I don't know. Well,
That's
no,
fair.
on Instagram, she was getting it done in her hotel room.
Yeah.
She was
Oh,
dying,
alright,
and it took like
I
hours.
yeah,
so-
Carrie, who does our hair every day.
All
she
you have to
explained
do
that
is turn her
bleach your hair
mind,
from black
and
to
then you
black
will
to
accomplish
black.
everything you set out to do in a song.
It takes a long time, and she's at Paris Fashion Week right now, so I'm sure she's doing it for a
What
show.
Kanye wants, Kanye gets.
Yeah, exactly.
See? They even said it.
Yes, in 1 week she'll be back to her old color.
She says
Can
to be
you
a
dye your
lesbian,
hair
he's
from that
young.
color back without damaging it? Oh,
No,
not
she
damaging
probably
it.
has
You'll-
such
you'll leave music
expensive
forever.
products and shampoos and stuff. I
It's
mean, that
easily
would help.
But it's still very damaging on your hair to go back.
It's a sad truth that she has to live with.
I like it. I
Married
like
a
it.
sad woman from E's reality television and made her into what he wanted a white woman to be, even though she's not even white.
What is she?
She's Armenian. She's
Fuck. Armenian?
yeah, she's from Eastern Europe.
Mm.
No, we were watching the VH1 people talking about Kim Kardashian's bleach blonde hair now. And they're all gaggling at each other.
It's stories like that that make me kind of lose faith in humanity sometimes.
You didn't get that date to be your girlfriend? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Wait for the delay to kick in.
Yeah, he was talking all about that last week. Or 2 weeks ago. Oh, last week. Blah, blah, blah. We talked about Bill DeMont. Girl battling cancer gets playhouse after Missouri Homeowners Association reverses its decision. Why would you say no in the first place, you ungrateful human beings?
Yeah, but you obviously have never lived in a neighborhood that has a homeowners neighborhood people in it. You'll learn all about that when you and Katie get married. I'll let you try and figure that out. You're gonna have fun.
Okay.
Just let me know after that first week.
Yeah.
Let me know when you go to the second meeting of the homeowners. I'll go with you.
Elementary school dumps homework and tells kids to go out and play instead.
Fuck yeah, bitches!
Woo!
Still can't hit the camera with the point.
Well, it's in the plastic bag, so.
Wouldn't make it different. It can't rip through a plastic bag. Well, that's slightly better, but still.
Didn't quite hit the camera. Oh, man.
I gotta go look.
What's going on in here?
What are you doing?
I see.
As Sean rates my camera with a fork. What are you doing?
That.
There's now a fork on top of my camera.
There you go.
Now the spikes in your shot.
In case you're wondering, was at the very top of the camera there, Sean decided to put a fork that I got from Jack in the Box on the top of the camera. Why? These are the people that I work with, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see. A public elementary school is abolishing traditional homework assignments and telling kids to go play instead. outraging parents who say they may pull their kids out of school. Teachers at PS 116 on East 33rd Street have stopped assigning take-home math worksheets and essays and are instead encouraging students to read books and spend time with their family, according to a letter in the school's principal, Jane Sue, sent to parents last month. Nom nom nom. The topic of homework has received a lot of attention lately, and that, oh God, what the hell? There we go. Go away. The topic of homework has reached a lot of attention lately, and the negative effects of homework have well been established. Shu writes in a letter, which is sent home to students. They include, she says, quote, they include children's frustration and exhaustion, lack of time for their activities and family time, and sadly, for many, loss of interest in learning. She explained that the school spent more than a year analyzing studies focused on the effects of traditional homework and decided it was more important for the pre-K through 5th grade students to do activities that, quote, have been proven to have a positive impact on student academic performance and social/emotional development, in quotes, such as reading at their own pace and playing. Quote, in fact, if you may be surprised to learn that there have been a variety of studies conducted on the effects of homework in the elementary grades, and not one of them could provide any evidence that directly links to traditional homework practices with current or even future academic success, end quote. The letter recommends limiting time kids spend on TV, computers, and video games, and tells parents with concerns to speak to their children's teachers. A Department of Education spokesman says that the city does not have an overreaching homework policy, so principals and teachers can use their discretion in assigning homework. The change in homework policy is not going well with parents who have threatened to yank their kids from the school for fear they won't learn enough. Quote, they didn't have much to begin with, but now homework is obsolete, said Daniel Tasman, father of a second grader at PS 116. Quote, they've decided just giving homework at younger ages, elementary school students, isn't viable, as Sean eats Ritz bits inside the hallway in front of me. I don't agree. I don't necessarily agree. I think that they should have homework, some of it about discipline. I want my daughter to have fun, but I also want her to be working towards a goal. Tasman has already begun looking into another school for his daughter and recently entered her in a lottery for a charter school, he said. I was just thinking, quote, maybe I'll keep my daughter here for another year, but this pushed me over the edge, he said. Angry parents said that they have begun filling the gap by creating their own homework assignments for kids. Quote, this is their time to learn now when they have good memory, said Stanley, a 33-year-old Murray Hill resident with a third grade son at PS 116 who declined to give her his last name out of concern for his son. Quote, I give him an extra work though. I go to Barnes & Nobles and give him my own homework, end quote. The changes were supported by PS 116's school leadership team, which is made up of staff and parents, according to Shu's letter and minutes of a December 2014 meeting. According to the minutes, the group became worried last year because so many kids were forced to sit out recess after failing to turn in their daily homework assignments. The school leadership team created a homework committee which did research and found that there was, quote, no link between elementary school homework and success in school, according to the minutes. In response to DNA Info's inquiries, Shu released a statement defending the new homework policy, insisting that the playtime, conversations with relatives, and unstructured reading was key to education. Quote, we are excited that we are redefining the landscape of homework, but we are certainly not eliminating homework, Shu said. Quote, we are creating opportunities for students and their families to engage in activities that research has proven to benefit academic and social emotional success in the elementary grades. We look forward to seeing the positive impact of our newly designed homework options we will have in our students and their families. So I kind of wish that policy was in place when I was in elementary school, to be quite fair. But then again, any kid who was in middle school and read this story would probably feel the same way. Meanwhile, Sean is still standing out in the hall, still looking at me very, very awkwardly as he eats his Ritz Bits. No joke, he is sent, wow. No joke. As he runs away from the camera. He was standing out here in the hallway, by the way. Anyway, as he now stands here, okay. Anyway, he is still standing out here in front of the hallway, and apparently does not want to be on the camera because apparently that makes no sense whatsoever. Still being creepy whilst eating Ritz Bits chips or Ritz Bits crackers or whatever they are. I'm feeling very creeped out right now because he's just looking at me so awkwardly. Hi, Sean. You just gonna stand there? I have no idea why he's doing this. You're just gonna stand there? Why are you piercing into my soul right now? Why are you piercing into my soul? I don't need you to do that. Brian Williams does that. Like for 6 months, but I'd rather have him pierce into my. What are you doing? What are you? Anyway, that was Sean. Look at me awkwardly. As he tried to pierce into my soul. Anyway, as we continue here live.
What did I miss?
You staring at me in the hallway?
I don't think that happened. I would remember that.
Yeah, you stood in the hallway, and every time I turned the camera to the hallway, you started walking back towards the door.
You have video proof of this?
Yes. I have video proof of you walking away.
Let's see it.
I can't do it now. I'm in the middle of a live show.
You got nothing.
Okay.
Lie. That's how people get sued.
Okay. Anyway, as you can see, we're sitting here live. Let's talk about AggieCon real quick. Give you a little recap on that. AggieCon 20. AggieCon 46, Where's My Super Suit, will be March 27th, 28th, and 29th at the College Station Hilton Hotel in College Station, Texas. And we will be covering it live, uncensored, commercial-free on jayjoneslivestudios.com, on YouTube. So keep a watch out for that. We will also we'll try to get as many of our guests as possible to come on to the show. So hopefully we can get all those guys on there. There will be a gaming tournament of many different card and board, as well as RPG and tabletop games. Our guest of honor will be Louis Linkara Lovhog. He is the star of Atop the Fourth Wall. Given that actual idea, more will happen. Hopefully, we will hopefully try to get as many of our guests as possible onto the show for Jay Jones Live Con. Also, quick note, take a look at the new jjlunfiltered.com. It's been refreshed and it's a more polished look. It's not as crazy or distracting as the previous website. Fix that up nicely. Programming note, jjlunfiltered.game, Saturday morning.game is, as Sean looks at me awkwardly again, as he eats a freaking tortilla. And I don't even know what he's doing anymore.
You wrap it up, show? Or are you just talking about your website?
I'm starting to wrap up the show, sort of.
I know.
Saturday and Sunday morning.game return as Sean eats right behind me. Saturday and Sunday morning.game return. New episodes tomorrow and Sunday on jjlunfiltered.com. Yes, it will happen. He's right here. He's literally standing right here. Anyway, also new to the Dot Game Network, Sean and Cody have now joined. Take a look on the Dot Game website on jjlunfiltered.com. Be sure to follow him on Twitch. Sean's is Pixel Guy Sean. PG and S are capitalized. Pixel Guy Cody is DJ CJ. Cody Jones, his is also up there. They've been playing a lot lately, so now you know the next time that they are live, you'll want to go on the Dot Game playlist and click on their link. We'll embed those into the website pretty soon. Won't be much longer. You enjoying yourself? As he does nothing. Anyway, be sure to join us next week for an all-new episode of JJ's Live Fridays, where we will be either at the MSC or on an undisclosed location. Saturday and Sunday morning.game, as I've said before, will be here tomorrow and Sunday live on the Dot Game site and on Twitch. Remember that AggieCon will be live March 27th and 28th from the College Station Hilton and on jjlunfiltered.com. Until all that, we will see you next week. But keep this in mind. Remember, everything you can do, I can do better. No, you can't. Yes, I can. Good night from Brian.